You know, Mini Samson, honestly, I'm really thankful for you. I'm thankful for everything that you are. I'm thankful for all the characteristics that you embody. And I really appreciate you being around. Even though you just kind of sit there and do nothing, well, at least you look really cute while doing it. I appreciate you. Greetings and salutations, every single one of you. And happiest of Thanksgivings to all of you. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or if Thanksgiving is a different time where you're from, then I still want to wish you the most thankful and blessed time in this video. I have the microphone once again, and I'm holding it like a TV host once again. So you know what that means. That means we're talking about something today. And I want to talk to you today about you. You see, a lot of times we can be very, very down on ourselves. We feel like we're not enough. We feel like we don't measure up to something or somebody. Maybe we feel like, I could do better. I could be, something or somebody else. But I'm here to tell you, I am thankful for you. For you. For who you are, just the way you are, and exactly the way that you are made. We don't often hear that from others. A lot of times people take us at face value and they assume things about us. And a lot of times they can assume things that are not good. But that doesn't mean that we have to listen. That doesn't mean that we have to take their words as gospel, because all that really matters is how you treat yourself and how you see yourself, perceive yourself, and in turn, how you translate that to the rest of the world. How are you going to show yourself to the world? It may be something of a foreign concept, but there is something called perceived value. And a lot of times my therapist and I will talk about this. We can translate that as self-esteem. We can translate that as maybe like self-value or self-perception. But I agree with my therapist. I really like the term perceived value. What it means is, how do you value yourself? How do you see yourself? What is something that you can do to make yourself a better picture in your mind? And this isn't an egotistical thing. It's not something that you might expect something from a narcissist necessarily, but it's far from that, actually, because that was what I thought too. I thought originally, I don't want to have too high of a value of myself because I don't want to be egotistical. I don't want to be egocentric or be seen as a narcissist. There we go again, caring about what the world thinks about us, right? But there is a fine line. There is a fine line between egotism and narcissism, and you can add in a whole bunch of other things like histrionics and all these other subgenres of like concepts into that deal. But what perceived value really is you valuing yourself the way that you are. So ask yourself, what are some things that you really like about yourself? It may be difficult to come up with even 3 things, but that is a challenge that I'm going to give to you. What are 3 things that you can think of right now that you really value about yourself? So I'm going to give you a challenge. Pause the video. Think of 3 things that you really value about yourself. And if you want to be so bold, put them in the comments. Let's read each other's values together, and let's hear what we have to say about ourselves that is not in an egotistical or narcissistic way. In fact, an honest and appreciative way of how we perceive ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the way that we perceive ourselves is how we reflect it back onto the world. The minute somebody sees that you value yourself, that you value who you are, and grasp that, and feature it and don't apologize for it. People gravitate towards that. They get inspired by it. They want to do more that says, I can value who I am. I'm allowed to do that. And I'm telling you right now, if you need permission, I'm giving you permission right now. You can value yourself. You can value who you are. And it's okay. It's okay to tell yourself, I did really good at that. It's okay to look at a project that you made or created and say, you know what? That turned out pretty well. And it's okay to look at something that maybe the world sees as an ailment or as a downfall or as a crutch, and instead look at it as a superpower. This is who I am, and yes, this may be part of me. This may be something that I do or some way I act, or maybe it's a diagnosis of some sort, but the truth is, it doesn't need to be a crutch. It does not need to be a problem. If you can't fix it, feature it. I know I've said it before, but it is very true. If you cannot fix what you have, then feature it to the world and own it and say, this is me. I can be who I am. So I'm here to tell you today, this may be something of a cliche video, whatever you want to call it. I know I've talked about it before, and Sammy likes to repeat himself, ooh, but I just want you, during this holiday season, this Thanksgiving, this season of gratefulness, I want you to know that I'm grateful for you. I am grateful for you just the way you are. Why? No one is like you. There's not a single being in this world right now. There's not a single being that has ever existed. And there's not a single being that will exist in the future that is much like you. You have your own characteristics and your own uniqueness. If that is the truth, then why would we not want to share it with the world? Because we're never going to see anything quite like you again. Nobody's going to see anything quite like me again. I mean, I'm a weird cat fox thing that makes videos on the internet. Like, you never see this. This is something unique. So I'm doing this right now by showing you this is who I am and this is what I do. You know, it may be small, but it is what I feature it to be, right? So that's my challenge to you this Thanksgiving season, this season of gratefulness and love and togetherness. Let's get together and let's embrace together our differences, our similarities, and let's be grateful for one another. Be grateful for yourself, for who you are, because nothing and nobody can compare to you who you truly are. That's all I have for today. I just wanted to give you all that quick little message and just to let you know that truly from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you've done in my life. You know, I say it all the time, but it will never go without notice. I would not be here if it was not for you. I would not be doing this if not for you. You all have given me so much, and you've shown such love and such care and beauty and support. I cannot begin to even thank you enough. So, especially during this season of thankfulness, I thank you for everything that you've done and for everything that you've shown to make this possible. I love you all so much. I can't wait until this holiday season where we'll be doing a lot more things and we'll be hanging out a lot more and going to conventions. I'll be at MFF in a couple weeks, so if any of you are going to be there, I cannot wait to see you all there. So if you see me, feel free to come up, say hi, ask for a hug and a picture. I would love to have a conversation with you. Well, it's one of my favorite cons ever, and I can't wait to see you there. So until next time, my beautiful friends and family, I love you all so much. Live thankful, live grateful, and be yourself. Bye-bye. Bye. Love you.